All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Blue Line Garage. What we have here is we have the Volvo XC70, basically cross country or whatever it is. Now this is an introduction video. I'm basically just going to show you this next build. It's going to have some frame damage here, and I kind of want to just go over the vehicle, what we're going to be doing, things of that sort. Basically what the vehicle has, what it's lacking, additional repairs that I found that it needed to be done. So let's start on each side of the car. Car has four sides, of course. Let's start on the driver's side at least. All right, so on the driver's side, as you can see, looks fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Needs a better wash than what I did here. All the plastic moldings pretty much seem for what year it is. It is a 2009. But it does look in pretty good condition. Now the tires here has some really good snow tires. Too bad that I don't have snow here in Arizona, but that'll do. Okay, everything is working, especially on this side, lights, mirrors, all that stuff. Now let's talk about the front side here. Now the front side, I don't see anything really wrong with it, except for the faded headlights. So that's actually going to be its own little episode where we're going to try and clean those headlights up, clean them, make them look like new or close as we can. And basically we'll learn from each other on how we do that. Now let me go ahead and show you the back side of this car here real quick, and it looks really sharp too. Now on the back side here, as you can see, everything looks straight. Everything actually works back here. I do start having damage on this side here, on this back corner here. Now this bumper here is pushed in. I could push this out, not a big deal. I don't think it's worth getting a new bumper for it. This here is actually for one of the sensors, the backup sensors. This would just have to be pushed in, that would be pushed out. Not a big deal, not a huge concern. The exhaust tips look somewhat aligned, so I'm not worried about the exhaust being pushed forward. Now this side is where we're going to get that frame damage I was telling you about. Now back here, the back door, I'm just going to need to pop this out and then fix this. Now I do have some gaps, a gap right up here, and let me explain to you how that works on this side here. So in here, this got pushed in, and as you could see, it buckled to here. So when this got pushed in, this hinge got pushed in, and it basically teetered the door out a little bit here. So the seal up here is not that great. But I'm going to actually go ahead and pull that out. Now here is where all the damage is. So I already ordered a new door. I should be getting it in a few days. But this door is completely gone. It's damaged way beyond repair. So this door is going to be coming out. The new one's going to be putting in. But then before all then, I do have to pop this thing off here. I'm going to probably take all this down. And this buckled right here. This got pushed in. So basically I'm going to have to sand some of these spots, weld the plate to it, pull it out, try and smooth everything out. As you can see here, kind of got pinched, so all this stuff has to be pushed out, banged down. Fairly easy if you kind of somewhat know what you're doing. Now, this is the first time I'm dealing with a quarter panel, not a quarter panel, a rocker panel repair, but this doesn't seem too bad. So once this gets pulled out more, this hinge here will get pulled out, lining up the top door. And everything else on this side here looks smooth. There's really no damage on this side. Pretty much just right in this general area, and you can see the damage that the door took right in here. All the buckling, this is kind of what pushed it in down below. It just kind of crumpled it. But on the inside here, I do have some WeatherTech floor mats here throughout the whole vehicle. It's not too bad. It's in decent condition, actually a good condition. Glove box is as deep as it could go. Dash, good condition, no airbags deployed. It needs a good wipe me down. All the controls here work. The AC works, everything. You can even program your phone. I guess this was like kind of one of the top of the line cars back in its day. Center console here, not so bad. Just kind of exploring around. Sunroof actually works. Car is gonna have to be on. Let's check that out. Let's see. There we go. And that's it. So like I said, all the switches work on this. It has 56,000 miles on it. Now the best thing I like about this is the trunk. Now let's check out the trunk here. So we're going to open this up here. So of course it has this little privacy or little cover hatch here. Looks good, right? Underneath here you could lift this up and it has its own little separation. So I guess if you're going grocery shopping and you got a bunch of groceries, you could put them between the back seats and this, so they won't basically roll around. But the next cool thing is if you open up the next hatch here, you have plenty of storage room. I mean, this is actually pretty cool. You can put a bunch of stuff in here if you like to keep things in here. Tourniquets, first aid kits, hiking shoes, spare clothes, things like that. That's not that bad. And then if you pull this up, now you get the spare tire, everything in it. It actually looks really clean, especially for the year. Everything is there. Doesn't look like it ever had a flat tire on it. So that's pretty much the back area here. And let's check underneath the engine. Oh, and the best thing here, look, has a push to close. There you go. That's my favorite part. All right, so here's underneath the engine. Pretty decent, clean, nothing too crazy. Now I was looking at a lot of this stuff and it looks new, and basically it's all stock. Now when I'm driving the vehicle, I actually could feel and hear the shocks, the front and the back, the struts. They need to be changed. I already ordered them. I got it back at the shop. I don't have this car back at the shop yet, which I will be dropping it off in a few days. But other than that, the engine compartment looks clean. Everything is great. The battery looks fairly new. I couldn't see a date sticker on there, but it looks pretty decent. And this would be a nice little toy to run around. Really want to clean up the headlights, kind of go from there. It is a turbo, inline 6. So let's go ahead and take it for a test drive. All right, so now we're taking it for a drive, and I want to see if I could capture this noise on camera. If you know what bad struts sound like, you know what I'm talking about. And you can hear that little creaking going on, things of that sort. I mean, I'm hearing it right now. I'm not sure if you'd be able to too. Can you guys hear it? Yeah, I don't know if you guys be able to hear it, but it's there. It's pretty annoying, but it's also a simple fix. So actually I will be doing a how-to video on it. Also just making another series video on replacing them. I did get the front and rear, a decent manufacturer, decent make of struts I picked up. It appears that the rear are going to be really simple to change. The front, just because it has a spring, I got to compress the spring. That takes a little bit longer to do. But overall, they're really easy to change on any type of car. And I'm basically going to be showing you how to do that. If you have this car or another car, it's pretty easy to do.